Good morning everybody, it is the 5th of April, just short of 2 weeks before London Marathon, and I finished my 20 miler, my longest run last week, but I've still got a fair distance to do this week. Aiming to do around about 13 miles, but I've decided to take it off-road in anticipation of the Jurassic Coast Ultra. It's shocking weather as usual, fine. But today is also going to be a bit of an experiment food-wise ahead of the race. So today I'm going to be fueling not on gels but on real foods. So I've got my usual breakfast here, which is my rice cakes with banana with a bit of cinnamon on. So that's sort of my pre-run fuel, and I'm going to be taking with me various bits, a little bit of a picnic really. I'll show you what I have prepared. Right, so I've just finished preparing my food, my real food for this trail run, and I've totted up how much carbs I'm actually going to be consuming if I indeed manage to get through everything that I'm going to stuff in my backpack. So this is a tuna sandwich which I have made with just plain white bread, because that's going to have the least effect on my gut. I tend to go for plainer varieties of food such as white bread rather than granary bread because it's just more simple on the tummy. And this will be a trial of the tuna mayonnaise that's in it, but that's going to be, I guess, towards the middle to the end of my run. It's still kind of breakfast time here, so that's effectively a lunch. And I've got one of these Belvita soft bakes. In that we've got 31 grams of carbs and 2.7 grams of protein. Actually, did I mention this? This is 40 grams of carbs in this one, so that's quite good, with some muscle repairing protein as well. Then I've got my packet of baby food, which I previously tested on a run. Only 12 grams of carbs in this, however, it is simple sugars, it's just fruit. So although not as carb injection-y as a gel, it should be pretty good nonetheless. And then, in addition to that, I've got my two bladders. This one, I've got this bulk hydration drink in it, but it also contains maltodextrin, dextrose and fructose mix. So actually, all of this in here contains 35 grams of carbs. Now, in the other one, I've just got Awesome Hydrate. There's no carbs in this. This is purely for hydration. So when I wear it, this is going to be in my right. So right for hydrate, kind of rhymes, and left for, I don't know, lunch. I know it's got calories in it, it's got nutrition in it, 35 grams. So if I'm sipping this throughout the whole time, I reckon I'll be out for about 3 hours, then this is going to top up things like this. I'm going to be a little bit slower today on the run, so you know, it is going to take longer, hence more food, but also hopefully I can rely on fat stores reasonably, mostly as well. So maybe overkill. Let's see what I've got left of this when I get back, but I think I'm well prepared. Ooh, and I've got a few little bits of biltong left that I brought back from Cape Town the other day, so I put it in a little packet. Very little to no carbs in this, but it's tasty, and if I want something to just chew on, then this is very good. All right, so about to start. Just over 13 miles trail running. It's currently about 11 degrees. I've kicked myself out today for being slow, so I don't want to get cold. So I've got my amazing Harrier jacket on, and I've gone with the Ultras today, Ultra Timp 5 trail shoes. They need a little bit of a longer run. I don't know whether I'm going to wear these or my Ons or even my Hookers for the Ultra Marathon in May. I'm going to give these ones a good run. Plus, they're probably the most waterproof ones I've got, and I can imagine there's going to be quite a lot of muck and puddles on this run. So yeah, I'm going to get set off as always. It's an uphill. It's going to be uphill, I think, for at least the first 3 miles. So I'm going to take it nice and slow, get to that point, and I'll be back to chat. Oh, I've still got my sticker on it. This is Ella's Kitchen baby food, squishy snack, apple, strawberry and beetroot. I'm organic. I like the fact it had beetroot in it, because beetroot's actually supposed to be quite good for running. There's some nitrates in it. So you don't need to see me eat this. I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to crack on. Found some friends on the walk. Are you coming to say hello? Or are you telling me to get away from your beautiful baby? Hello. Hello. Aren't you gorgeous? Have you got a little boy or a little girl? Hello. This is a very long uphill towards Chanctonbury Ring, and I've been doing a bit walk, run, walk, run. I'm just going to walk this bit, and whilst I'm not massively out of breath, talk about some untalkable events. So behind the scenes of these long runs and short runs and medium runs in between, I've struggled a little bit with number twos. So I found in the morning before a run, I get up, have a coffee, and normally that's good to go in around about, it can be as quick as 10 minutes, but certainly within an hour, and that helps sort of clear me out. I find that a really useful tactic. I do that most mornings. I have a coffee, but before a run it's essential. If it's a long run, I might think ahead and have a smaller coffee rather than one with lots of liquid, because the other thing is being out on these long runs, and it's not so bad here because there's no one else around, but you know, certainly if you're out on the roads, you don't really want to be caught short. And I don't know if you can hear me because it's really windy, but I have been caught short. Luckily on the seafront at Worthing there's plenty of places to pop into, but I have had some runs where I've been in real serious pain. Need a number one, but when you're absolutely desperate for a number two, even if you've had 2 or 3 number twos before you leave the house, it can still get you, and those I find really, really tricky. Too much information, but honestly it's something that is constantly on my mind when I'm planning my nutrition the night before, even the morning. I don't want anything that's going to upset my gut. So it is the simple carbs. Try and avoid too much veg actually the night before. Anything that sort of is just going to help with the old bowels. Just going to run up this last little bit because I think I'm near the top according to my map, and this is actually new territory for me. Sisbury Ring is over there somewhere, and this is Chanctonbury Ring, and it's somewhere I've been wanting to run since I moved here 2 years ago. It's a route that Alan's done lots, but I never quite got this far, so looking forward to seeing what it looks like. I can see it from our house. I've never actually been there. It's gorgeous up here, but windy. Luckily the wind has been behind me the whole way up, which is good news. It means it's going to be in my face going back, but at least I'll be going downhill. But just look at this view. The house is over there. There's Chanctonbury. Woo! Gorgeous. So when I was planning this route last night, Alan told me to come around the left-hand side of Chanctonbury Ring to take in the views. He wasn't wrong. It's not really picking up the yellow moss, or greeny yellow moss on these trees, but the sun's starting to shine through. It's gorgeous. I'm sheltered from the wind here. I can see for miles. It is a bit hazy, but it's beautiful. I've just done over 6 miles now, so I'm having my next real food snack, or realish. It's obviously processed in some respects, isn't it? But 31 grams of carbs in this Belvita, coupled with the carbs I've been sipping on here, should be a nice little top up. So when you're doing longer runs, recommendation is I think between 60 to 90 grams of carbs per hour, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more. Obviously very individualistic, and obviously depending on how you're actually running. So if you're really pushing in a race, you're going to be needing a lot more carbohydrate than if you're ambling along like I am today. So a lot of this that I'm actually taking in is probably overkill for the run I'm doing. However, as I said, this is an experiment to see how I stomach it once I start running again, once I've finished it, so it is an experimental run. But, you know, I have been taking heed of the nutrition advice. Being a nutrition coach myself, I understand the science which helps me. I do find that by doing the carb loading, having carbs on runs, massively helps my performance. So I better get on with performing, and I eat this and get on with it. It's ridiculous! Well, this is rather beautiful. Probably about, more than halfway, I think. Wind is now very much a bother, but these views make up for that. This is windy again, but gorgeous. All this yellow rapeseed. I just want to run through it. Hello, cows. Okay, about less than 4 miles to go. I've got to go around there, and there's definitely going to be some more climbs. Wind has calmed down now. I'm sort of below the peaks, and the sun's coming out, and now I'm wearing too many layers. But all in all, I think my choice of clothing today has been correct. I've got my mittens. Really good tip a friend gave me once was just always have gloves with you, because even when it's quite mild, I don't know, hands can still get cold, and mine definitely do. A few of my friends suffer from Raynaud's, and they're a lot more affected, so these scrunch up like to nothing, so they're really easy to carry. But yeah, I just got one long sleeve top underneath this. I can always unzip it a bit if I start to get too warm. Hazards of a trail run. I've had to come off the road to let a tractor pass. I mean, I don't want to argue with those wheels, really, do I? So, back on the road. It's a long slog uphill now, so I'm doing the run/walk thing. Well, that last climb was tough, because not only is it a climb, or was it a climb? It was into the wind, so that was pretty tough. I'm not really bothered about pace though on this one. It was always going to be run/walk/hike, so I've made it Sisby Ring. The very top of it's just up there, but my last up downhill starts now. Back down there, the house is on the opposite hill. The road is taking me down. I don't know if you can see, there's a patch of green between the valley and then the houses. I stop there and then I walk up. I've still not had my sandwiches, so I don't really feel I need them. However, this was a test run, so I am going to get the sandwich out, the tuna sandwich out, and then run a couple of miles and see how I stomach it. That's the whole idea. So here I am, running downhill, eating a tuna sandwich. Probably the most dangerous part of the run, this. Trying to keep my step and eat and run and look where I'm going and enjoy the view. Very nice. Now I've reached the end of the run. It's actually come up short again, like the 20 mile I did, but it's still within the boundaries of what I was supposed to do today. So it's over 12 miles. So I don't feel the need to do anymore. I've still got the zigzag hills to walk up back home, and that's always testing, but that's been thoroughly enjoyable. Slowing it down, walking the hills, eating the food, seeing those beautiful views, including the yellow fields, just brilliant. So that is my last double-figured run before the London Marathon, and the London Marathon will be my only double-figured run before the Ultra. So it's all getting real now. So we're just over 2 weeks to go. Please, please, if you haven't already, pop a few pennies in my pot. I'm so close to my target. It might even be less than £100 now. So please, if you can, if you're able, that would be amazing. Links in the description. Thank you. Oh, still got half a sandwich left. I can eat that up this bloody hill.